What's going on, y'all? How have y'all been? It's been a couple of days. Just got back from the little beach trip. It was awesome. Wanted to stay longer. And it's hard to get away from the grind of life, right? We all got things to do, people to see, bread to make, coins to stack, tendies to cook, ducats to gather, all kinds of other ways you could say it. That's all I got right now, though. Anyway, what's up? It's Z-Rex. It's no noise. It's your boy. We're coming at you live for the last day of the month. Already, man. June. Gone. Dude, it's just too crazy, man, how fast time flies. Why is my scale acting fun? Dude, TradingView, what did y'all do recently? Messing all this crap up. I don't know what they did, but it's a little bit frustrating because it just keeps doing weird stuff. Whatever, we'll just have to deal with it. What else are you gonna do? All right, let's get back over here. Anyway, I hope y'all had a great start of the week so far. And damn it, you frames, do not. Damn it. There's nobody here. Don't you effing do it. It's really, speaking of other frustrating things. Anyway, hope y'all had a awesome start of the week so far. It is hump day, last day of the month, so we will be looking at some monthly charts. Which will be nice for equities for sure. Not so much. Bitcoin doesn't really look all that interesting on the monthly chart, but we'll get to that here in a second. Let's just start off like we usually like to do with some total market cap stuff. And yeah, it just kind of looks like Bitcoin's chart just riding off this 200 on the altcoins. And with Bitcoin in there, we're actually riding right beneath the 200. But ultimately about the same place as far as price structure is concerned. Looking left, just coming up against the base of all this price action. Nothing really new about that. Let's jump over to Mama Bear. Also, Mama Bear just coming back into the range. It did get some follow through from before I went on the little trip. I'm talking about this is the time. If bulls are going to pump it right here, they had the structure to do it. And they ended up following through. So good job on the bulls there. Now, will we get continuation? We are just getting in this really tight range. You can see there's a lot of business done, like in the 35 to 36,000 handle. Let's go look at the volume profile. Well, maybe. Yeah, you can see this big fat node right here, just like right where we are. Let me take that back off because we got a lot of stuff on this chart. So, nice fat node right here. It is so far getting rejected, but it's trying to base out very sloppy EMAs so far. And no dominance. It had dominance for a few candles up here, but so far already giving it back up. We definitely don't want to be getting back below these lows. Let's see, daily. Daily's right at the 21. Man, yeah, look where we are again, right up against this trend line from the back beginning of the year for RSI. We've been watching this like a hawk. This does kind of look like it still wants to punch through, though. Let's zoom in a tad again. Yeah, yeah, okay, so this looks pretty damn constructive, and we are riding up the mama wall, too, which we've been watching, and you can see there's lots of bidders coming in at that low 30K level. Every time it gets down there, it's pretty much getting bid up so far. Man, we did have a new lower close on that. Let's see. All right, so on this low time frame, and this is a very tough read. The market is not making this easy because you do have lower closes here, and you are technically still making lower highs, even with this little pump up to about 37,000. But man, yeah, this is a tough one. It's just right smack in the middle of this range between like 32 and like 38ish. And you do have the mama giving support now with the 32. So with that being the case, if we break down again from here at 32.6ish, 32.5, we probably will get pretty deep into these levels, and we have to see if we get another closing body on this, because at this point we technically only got actually both of them did, but this one did close higher. Let's go to the daily real quick. Yeah, I mean, and the bulls are trying to get back in the neutral zone, so it's their second attempt since the sell-off happened. So bulls are definitely trying to make a case for themselves at the moment, and you can see DMI on the 458 is attempting that as well, but not quite out of the woods by any means. It's still got a lot of work to do, and man, even the crack time frame is showing massive resistance around 35.5, so that is interesting. And the monthly, we can just do that because it's in 2 hours, but I mean, we're probably not going to get much movement. It is above the 10 simple, so I mean, I guess that's okay. That's still not my favorite, though. I just don't, every time it breaches or even just price goes to the 10 simple on the monthly chart going back for a while, there was one little blip here that didn't end up getting any follow through. But most of the time, that does kind of get close to the top. I guess over here it didn't either. So, yeah, maybe that doesn't really matter. Any closes below it, though, definitely have called all of the tops. Yeah, so any close below the 10 simple has defined all of the tops on the monthly time frame, which is currently residing right about our horizontal, a little bit higher at about 33.8-ish, it looks like. So as long as we close above 33.8 on this monthly, it'll probably be all right. How about the 2 and 3 day? Nope, they're all closing funky times. So whatever. On this daily, it would be real nice if this daily could rally up a little bit more than this and get back above like this 21 EMA, which is about 35.3. That would look pretty good. But man, this is a tough, tight one because we're right in the middle of this stupid range, and I mean, price is just still down here. We still got a lot of work to do for the bulls, and we can scroll down here to the hash ribbon. I mean, look at this thing. It's still just pegged out. I mean, this is definitely an outlier in the hash ribbon signal thing. I mean, showing us the same thing and respecting this little megaphone type pattern we drew on here last week, I believe, or over the weekend. A daily close, though, above, it does seem that a daily close above probably even 37 or even 36.8 or so, like right at this wick on this candle yesterday, probably gets us a run into the mama and the 55 EMA. You can see that it got front ran last time, so bears are definitely stronger for now. And we are still just making a little bit of lower highs, kind of even highs and lower lows. So not by any means out of the woods just quite yet. Let's see if futures show us anything. If anything, futures are a little bit more bearish. Yeah, futures actually look a little bit more bearish already. So that is interesting. Same posturing on the monthly chart for the futures on Bitty Bits. Barely holding on to these lower time frames. Kind of agreeing with what we were just saying about spot. Anything back below, you know, this horizontal down here at about 33,000 roughly, probably gets us to test some lows. I mean, we are making higher highs now and higher lows on this intermediate structure for the last 10 days, but that really needs to creep up into the daily to get excited at all for a longer term bullish stance. Right now we're just very, very neutral. It's not super bearish, it's not super bullish. Now on the other hand, Ethereum actually is looking pretty damn sexy. This is very much opposite of bitty bits right now. And this close. All right. Okay, so Ethereum actually looks pretty damn good. I actually like this read. It's coming up off these lows. We're about to have a reset all the way on the EMAs. We already got it on the oscillators, so that's nice. This thing definitely looks like it wants to hit like close to 24. I would not be surprised to see that get tagged. Lots of resistance there, obviously. I guess there is the new fork, or not fork, but EIP thing where it goes green, and proof of stake, POS. So funny that that's like glorified now. Like 4 years ago, you would have got like run out of meetups for trying to argue POS is better. And I don't have a specific opinion on which one's better or not, but it's just funny how the narrative has switched so much with that. But this does look like it wants to probably tag up here at closer to 2,400, but still needs. Man, this Ethereum actually looks pretty damn good. I was gonna say that it needs something else, but it actually looks pretty damn sexy. Monthly is not very helpful. It's not really helpful at all. But this daily, hell, breaking this trend line, I mean, hell, that's not something to just dismiss. The biggest issue would happen if this gets back below yesterday's body close at about 2,100, actually a little bit below that. If we started losing 2,100 again, then I would look for probably back into the 1,800 handle. But hey, Ethereum is actually looking pretty damn good. What does it look like against Bitcoin? Oh, look at that. Okay. So I guess this EIP proposal thing, people are getting hyped up about it. Satoshi pairing wise, a lot of resistance in the 68 area, 0.068. So pretty interesting. How about futures? Anything there that we can get out of it? No. Yeah, the lower time frame, I'm not a huge fan of that setup. There's definitely a little bit of resistance in the mid 2300s. Oh, sorry about that. But look at this. Daily has actually managed to get above the RSI EMAs for, it's going to be 2 days. I mean, it will have to dump really hard for this not to happen in the next, oh, actually, this is futures, so that just is about to close here in 10 minutes. So, yeah, that's not going to happen, and that's 2 days above. That's pretty good. All right. So Ethereum is actually trying to put, more so it looks like it's trying to put in a base here than Bitcoin. I like it's breaking this line, breaking this 21. Let's flip over to Bitcoin real quick. I mean, Bitcoin's trying to break its 21. It did yesterday, but it's already getting rejected from that. So Ethereum definitely looking pretty damn decent here. Mega resistance, though, at like 2350, 2400. You got the 55 right there, and then the mama's right above it, too. So, and let's see what a 618 retracement is off of this consolidation kind of right here. Yeah, man, dang, we're actually right at this 618, too. So there is a huge block of supply right there. Oh, man, any daily closure, though, back above 2400, I would pretty much immediately be targeting, did I say that right? I would pretty much immediately target around 27 hundos. Let's see here. I do like, man, if this closes like this, I would ratchet up my 2100 area. I'd probably ratchet it up to like 22. And as long as it's staying above 22, it looks pretty damn good. Litecoin, what do we got? Litecoin bouncing pretty nice off of this mid 120s. Not too shabby, but coming right up to the 21 EMA. So also just kind of meh. Wow, holy crap. ETC though. All right, man, getting back up into that kind of close to the 60s range. It has already got rejected from it and pulled out of it on just today's price action. Let's zoom in on crack time frames and see how that looked. Yeah, it looks like it was just real quick. and swift dismissal so far. But wow, this isn't anything to sleep on. So if y'all watch this show a lot, if we flip it, let's say when we were bullish, right? Whenever we see the EMA get sliced up all in one candle, especially on a more significant time frame like a daily, that's usually bad for, like, if this was a long position, be like, oh, that just iced it up. That sucks. I have to wait for another opportunity. And that does play a role to corrections as well. And so now the market's saying, man, this is a little surprising for Ethereum Classic. What a move. The market's kind of saying it even has the 458 reset. So $50, as long as this is staying above about $50, Ethereum Classic actually looks pretty damn good. Yeah, you do have the mama right here. That's its next major stop, which you can see it already has gotten rejected the first time. And that is in about the mid-60s, which is about this range over here that it consolidated in, that we were waiting for the breakage of. Whatever, EMA, pretty much the 21 or 55, whichever side it broke, it was likely to have continuation there. That was all in the videos way back in the day, in May. It is kind of putting a little doji candle for the spinningness here. Monthly is not very helpful. Weekly also showing that, yeah, so mid-60s is massive resistance on this, but this is a pretty good start to a possible confirmation that we might be coming out of a low here. Any daily closure above like 66-ish is going to look pretty damn good on ETC. So, wow. And bouncing right off the 21. Weekly also green with that 66 level. So, daily closes above 66. I even think the 458 would also do it as well, which actually has the reset. So, pretty nice on ETC. XR Pizzle. It's attempting. It's still meh. Still whatever. You do have this kind of trend line right here. And I do like this reset with the mama. It does have nice support underneath it. Forward looking there. It hasn't done this since this attempt right here. So, and look how much farther away we are from the longer term EMAs. So this is actually, as long as it holds above 62 cents, 63 cents, this is actually building a pretty decent case for a run into the 80s on XRP. Anything back below those, 64, 62-ish, yeah, pretty much 62, 63. Any price closures pretty much on most time frames below that probably ice this up. Let's see what the monthly is looking like on here. Monthly, I mean, hell, it's still above major supports. I mean, there's nothing even bearish. There's no divergences anywhere. The weekly actually does have divergence, but I think we can argue that that's already played out with a 70-ish% correction. And this is kind of just retesting the breakout zone right here. So, again, also 55 weekly agreeing with that 62-ish level. So low 60s, as long as this guy's holding there. XRP isn't the worst looking chart. XLM, let's zoom in. Maybe we can get some hopium down here. Yeah, not quite as sexy, but it is trying. As long as it's holding about 25, 26 cents, it's okay, but definitely not my favorite. ADA definitely looks like it's basing out down here. Yeah, I mean, just sitting in the cluster before this little run, kind of a little flag right there. Weekly, I mean, a lot of these look exactly the same, so I mean, it's okay. I mean, if everything starts kind of bouncing from here, yeah, we'll probably just bounce up into the middle of these ranges or right to the bottom of them, which is still a pretty good run from here, 16 to, 20-ish. I mean, that ain't no joke. And yeah, about 1920 is major resistance on this guy. Just still, for me, I'm just waiting on Mama Bear to really give some confirmation. ADA looking pretty damn constructive. Above 127. This weekly is kind of funky. It's definitely kind of funky. Not my favorite chart pattern of all time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like this formation up here. I think that it's like it's okay, but I don't know. Something just doesn't rub me the right way about this formation. I'm not a huge fan of it. So I just kind of gonna have a healthy dose of I don't know and I don't like it. Chain link coming right to the 21 rejection and also the trend line. So that kind of sucks. Let's zoom in, see what would make it not suck. If we get a closure on the 458 above 21 bucks, probably gets us to 25, 26. Could definitely see that happening. And especially if Mama Bear just kind of hangs out in bases in the mid 30s, that probably could happen. A pretty easy run to low 20s or maybe even up to 25 if Bulls want to get super ambitious. But, I mean, this is not a place. I will not take longs right up against the trend line in a 21 daily in this posturing that's also right on top of the 377. That's just not. That's not high probability long for me. If anything, that's more of a high probability short because once it gets back above like 21 bucks, even 2050 probably ices that idea. EOS, kind of same thing. Trying to break out. We have the little saucer patterns on the mamas, trying to provide a little bit of support on the 458s. We're not getting it on the daily quite yet. How does the monthly look on this guy? Oh my god, that is just terrible. Yeah, nothing really on the weekly either. You can pretty much see this all on the daily. Just kind of riding the very tops of the consolidation over 2020. And it looks like about 480. I think any type of closure above 420 probably gets us to like 480, and then any closure, anything rejection from this area on this trend line. I mean, if we just get back below probably 390, it probably breaks down. Not very great. Bitcoin Cash, yeah, same thing. You're getting the saucer thing with almost reset EMAs. Oscillators are looking all right though. They're actually finally trying to the Bulls are attempting to regain their dominance, and actually this is the first time they've done that since the big crash in middle of May. So hey, that's not too shabby. But we are just up against all these charts are almost exactly the same. Monthly is not really that telling. I mean, it does show a lot of support around 450. Damn, Loch Ness Monster. BSV, bound. Wow, BSV, holy crap, look at this. Damn, 50% run on this guy. Same kind of thing, saucer pattern, resetting oscillators. The bears are coming and slapping this down, though, so far. On this 458, if we could get a body close above like 175, I would look for a run probably up to the 190s. But so far, this isn't the best daily candle setup yet because you got nice run, follow through, rejection. Big pump in the day, rejection makes a little shooting star, and now we're kind of getting confirmation of rollover, and then there's that major horizontal at like 145, so which you can see it's respected quite a few times, even going back on the chart, to April 20th. Even since Corona crash, it's been bid up off of a few times. So important pivotal area. We don't really have the EMAs looking super sexy, though, like we usually like to see. Monero. Yeah, nothing really there either. Yeah, I mean, look, it's not even above. It's getting rejected from the local high at 224, 223 handle. Any one of these candles probably above 225, 226. We probably see like 240s, and then we'll have to reassess. But yeah, I mean, it's not super sexy, not super ugly, just very, very neutral. Same thing here, just stuck between right in the middle of the 377 and 200. I don't touch stuff like that. It's just like flip a coin, man. Can't really do monthly. Finding support on these weekly mamas. This seems to be very common across the board right now. But man, this thing's still got a lot of work to do. It's got to close a daily at least above like 157, and then we can talk about like 170s. And if the bulls want to get really ambitious, close to 200, but that's a little far ways away at this moment. Dogecoin. Let's go to the dollar pairing of Doge. So Doge is pumping. People might call this 3 white soldiers possibly existing. I don't think the bodies are like these first 2 bodies look pretty good. The last 2 bodies look pretty good. The first body isn't the most ideal candle for that pattern. Usually want them nice and tall and girthy and similar in size. But the way price has been bouncing off this open and close back here at about 20 in the 23 handle, the bulls are kind of showing, hey, dude, we're defending this 23, the low 20s area. I think any closure below 23 pennies on a medium time frame, even low time frame, probably ends this rally. Probably. But conversely, man, daily close, even wicks above 30 cents, and you start seeing a few of them, that might be a good sign. But right now, no way, man. You can see swift rejection, swift rejection, rejection, swift rejection, all as soon as it crosses into the 27 handle. Hex coin, getting that little sell-off. Looks like we came right down to the low 6s, right on top of the base. That's pretty much looking for. Now we're rallying up. Now, is this done? This looks like a 618. Let's see. Yeah, it is. So, yeah, not the best picture. Let's zoom in a little bit. A 458 above like 8.6. Really about 9 pennies. Then I would actually look for this thing to probably make new highs. I mean, Hex is something special. Look at this stupid monthly chart. Look at this. 117,000%. Wowzer. Man, how rich is Richard Hart now? Probably a lot more than you and me. Let's go to equities. Did they do something special? Oh, man, closing out strong. Actually, the monthly did just close. Let's go look at it. Closed perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that monthly close. That is a close of continuation. Let's see. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any problems with this chart right now. I know a lot of people are wanting to short this. I've got a few friends that constantly are telling me how they're shorting, and you never know when the market's going to roll over. And blah, 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 blah. But it's blue sky shit, man. It's bullish until it ain't. It's just that simple. It really is. And what would make it not bullish? Daily close below 42.70. If we close below 42.7 on a daily, I'd look for the 21 EMA and probably farther if that did happen. But right now, man, I don't know. I don't see anything bearish in this chart, even down to, let's see, 3 hours. So the one thing that does still hold is we just don't have any momentum all the way back to the very beginning of May and even late April on the bulls. There's like no momentum, even though we've rallied from about 4,100 to 4,300. It's just kind of, there's just nothing going on, man. And look at the DMI is just right smack in the middle of the neutral zone when we've rallied 50, 60 points. And I mean, this isn't that crazy because it's 4th of July weekend, and so a lot of people go out and travel and whatever. They're not sitting by their trade desks all day doing this shit. They're like, oh, let's hit the lake up or whatever, right? I just can't get over this weekly close. So with that said, weekly is bullish as hell above like 42.30-ish. Monthly is bullish as hell. It's a little farther down. It goes all the way down to about 4,200 flat. 850 is pretty damn bullish as hell, above about 42.70s. And daily is kind of looking a little bit exhausted, but I wouldn't put too much weight on just some green candles that are slowly drifting, because that shit can just pop real hard or drop real hard, and there's not much edge in this price action at the moment. In Q. And Q looks fine. A little bit of a nasty close today, but this weekly, man, looks really good. Dude, this monthly is... Dude, there's nothing bearish about this monthly chart. You'd be like, well, it's at all-time highs. Well, that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean shit. Like, those... It was all-time highs. How could that ever happen? It's like, well, it was at all-time highs here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here. Not for 2 months. And then here, and here, and here, and here, and not for a few months. Actually, for a good chunk from September 2018 to 19. So, not quite a year, but close. But you can see my point. Just grinding on up, man. It really has to lose. Oh, man. That's a... about 13.8-ish. Then I could probably target a run to like lower 13s. But man, I mean, there's just not much bearishness about this chart. That's for sure. You have a little bit of loss of momentum on a crack time frame, but yeah. Oh man, sorry. Oh, let's see. V bottom out in this biatch. Nice close today on the daily. Let's go to the monthly. Oh, that's very much. That's just kind of indecision up here. And as long as we're above 34,000, really, take it down to there. As long as we're above 34,000, if you want to be real conservative, these bodies all right here on the open and closes is about 34 flat, roughly. So as long as it's above that, I mean, it doesn't look bad. And I know a lot of people want to get bearish, but I don't know, man. Just don't quite see it in the charts yet. Russell. Almost bought some Russell today. I do like this setup. The only thing I don't like, which is what I discussed on indices, is that other indices is this dominance on the bears. And back over here. Mega dominance. Right? Mega dominance. As long as it's holding this horizontal, and which is coinciding perfectly with this body, at about 23 hundos on the rut, then it's okay. It's okay. Price accepting above right here, though. That's pretty good if this 3 hour can defend the 2300 handle. Even maybe breach a little bit lower, but if we can defend that 2300 level, we'll probably be all right. This is one of the more concerning charts. Ding ding dong. One of the more concerning charts for oh my god, for equities, and it is the trans index. No, it's probably not what you think. Transportation index. Get your mind out of the gutter, God. And it's heavy, man. Look at this. Nowhere near closing by the 21. I mean, just absolute dog crap, man. So this is a very, very interesting chart to me. So to kind of see how that plays out, but it is kind of screaming that something is broken in financial markets. And the VIX, look at it clustering down here. Cluster. Not that that means that much. I mean, it clustered for a long time back over here. Also right here. Also right here. But I'm thinking. Might be getting ready for some selling here. Let's go to the 3 hour. Bad 3 hour candle close yesterday. Or I guess this morning. So that doesn't bode well for VIX, but maybe for long stocks it will. Oh, like regular long deltas. This is an interesting pattern though, right here for sure. This weekly, this pump dump right on top of this trend line cross. Man, what's the monthly look like? Man, the monthly's right on the trend line cross. Man, if VIX closes back above like 1730, 1750, I bet this thing breaks out again. It's a very interesting chart there. VVIX. Yeah, look at this. VVIX hanging out right below its trend line. Right here it did that. Right here it did that. Before having a continuation. And so it has been down here technically a little bit longer than normal, but hey, it works until it don't, right? Oil. I still think oil is putting in a top here. I do not feel very confident holding lots of oil positions. I don't even have oil's position on. Maybe, I think I might have like, and I mean futures and like direct crude barrels. I might have a Schlumberger on. I'm trying to remember if I have that one or not. I think that's what it is, but mostly I'm just not really trading this kind of, it just smells like a fake out to me. I don't know. I'm not very confident about this price action. Loved it back here. It's great. Targeting the trend line. We've hit the trend line, and we've also got a little bit of lackluster action. Just a little bit. All right, ZB. Bond's also signaling that there is trouble ahead. Very nice. Very, very nice, actually. Shit. Yeah, hell, as long as this is holding about 159, even can go into the upper 158s. But this is looking pretty damn good on ZB, which would be bad for markets. We actually have a 200-377 cross on the 458, which I do take very much note of, and that has not happened since August of 2020. And prior to that, it had only happened mid-August. So you can see it doesn't get faked out very much, and it did just cross bullish. So as long as this thing can hold probably about 158, it looks pretty damn sexy. TNX looks like it's kind of breaking down. Not very nice. Made a lower close, so that's not good. Dollar rallying pretty awesomely. And Euro tanking, almost the same chart as you can see, inverted. Little U pattern. Is this like a hook and go pattern? Are we about to just go to the moon? No, actually the measured move pretty much gets you right to the 377. Now that is a pretty decent move. I mean, I guess it's only a few percent. But yeah, pretty interesting. Euro getting monkey hammered. Shanghai not very good, but still, I guess that's okay. It's not my favorite weekly setup, but it's okay. Shanghai. Gold looks bad, man. Gold looks really bad. It's lucky it got caught off this 1776-ish area. And if this next one can actually push up a little bit higher, say like 1790, I'd probably look for a pretty decent move, like up into the low mid 1800s for the bias buster. Anything back below, hold up. Anything back below this 17,552 area, bail, done. Donezo. Silver looks a little bit better. I like this. Silver chart, not too bad. Basing off the 200, trying to regain the 10 exponential. I do like that for silver. It actually, man, this actually might be a buying opportunity in silver here. Only about 3%. Volatility flash, too, coming up on today. So there is going to be a large move from this coming to you soon. Trying to bounce off the trend line here. Not doing a great job so far, so keep an eye on that one. Wow, palladium. But look at palladium. Came right up to the trend line in the mama. There's going to be fat resistance here. If this does breach through it, though, and comes back and tests it in the near future, then I would confirm that as a low. But you never want to, like, confirm shit when you don't know. It's hard for people to grasp. Like, well, I know everything. Okay. GDX, our Hyoi, and Shanghai World Index making a new high and actually coming back to test the high at 2290-ish. So, not too shabby. Damn, this monthly looks good, though, still. I don't see any problems with it, man. But the monthly man's never going to get you out like early, because that's just not how monthly time frames work. All right, I think that's it for the main list. Let's go talk about a couple other things, and then I got to get out of here. I wanted to look at... What is this doing? Oh, yeah, car. Oh, man, nice pop. We were looking at this one last week. Drive at a decent part. Of course, all those. I still want to be able to buy stupid Hyundai, but I can't find anywhere. This chart, dude, is too freaking good, and I'm probably need to stop being lazy and just sweep some money over to toss so I can trade it, because there's going to be one of these days in the future, most likely, that it's going to freaking pop up to the upside to 60-something, and I'm going to be like, oh, damn it, Bobby. Cars, look at these EVs, man, just rallying hard. NIO just killing it. Is Nikola Tesla next? Possibly, as long as it's holding about upper 16s. It actually looks pretty good. And Tesla flagging out over a trend line. This is actually pretty freaking bullish. This is very, very bullish structure. Any price below 660-ish, I would say F this trade. What are brokers doing? Nothing. How about banks? Yeah, not really hot. God dang, look at this freaking thing. We were talking about this last week. This looks like a great opportunity to get long on Coinbase. I unfortunately didn't take it like a moron, because, I mean, it was just such easy risk management. Anything back below like 200 was off. And so here you go, having a 10% day and getting a little bit of follow through yesterday, but not today. But hey, it's above the mama. It's the first time it's actually looked halfway decent in the structure. Riot, getting rejected so far. MicroStrategy actually looks pretty good. Getting back into the swing of things. Like even just a couple more days, and this thing probably will reset. I have all the oscillators reset, and it'll be party time. Looks like we do have earnings on there, July 22nd. So probably, hopefully, can get out of this trade or trade something else. Oh, I'm not in that trade. Sorry, I was thinking another one. I'm all over the place right now. Man, nice run. Mara, terrible run. Good run. Good run. No. No. Yeah, nothing too crazy on there. I think Coinbase was the one that was just really stood out, but it does have major resistance right at 260. So be careful with that one. And I think that's it probably for today. I'll just do the FANG stocks and I'll wrap it up. The once used to be the market. Facebook, booty chart. No, it's actually okay. Oh no, Facebook's actually looks good. Google's looks good. Netflix looks like shit. Tesla's looks like shit. Microsoft looks good. So yeah, nothing really to get out of that. Any new info? Yeah, it's kind of whatever. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. It's been interesting start of the week. Mama Bear, let's get it in. Let's close above 35.3. Okay, to excite all the bulls a little bit. It doesn't look like we're going to get it, but a lot of times the saucer, and plus you got the 377 right underneath it. That's very good support when it's upheld by a longest, or the longest term moving average that I use. Yeah, same posturing though. We just need it. I'm pretty sure this is going to bounce, but we just don't have any follow through yet. So Bitcoin above 3,600 or 36,000 on a daily close. And then any closure below like 31.2 probably gets a resolution on this formation. All right, I think that's it. I think I'm going to run and gun and do all that stuff. I appreciate y'all. I will be back tomorrow, hopefully earlier. Had my kid a little bit today, kind of burned me out. So I'm going to go relax for a second. I hope y'all do the same. Get ready. The monthly closure is over. Let's go see what it did close like. Oh, we still got an hour on spot price. Futures did close, though. Where did they close at? At 34.75. So as long, oh man, we're right on that. I would like to see Bitcoin's monthly close and daily close try to close at least above 34.70s, and that would open the door for a little bit more continuation to the upside. But don't forget, there is a stack of supply and bag holding all right here, man. A lot of it. So we're just not quite out of the woodworks yet. Let's see if bulls can maintain the 33-ish K level again for this week. If not, I do think we come lower, and the obvious resistance above us is at about 38,000 buckaroos. We break that, we probably do test at least this local high at almost 41K, and then we'll just have to wait and reassess after that. Awesome, guys. Much love. I will see y'all mañana. Not going out of town or anything. I'll be here. Be here. Or be square or whatever the hell they say. I think. And yeah, double check. Yep. Got it through all. Awesome. All right. Much love. Oh, yeah. Also look for this, too. The break of this trend line that's been respected like the Jesus man since January 8th. On a daily, so it ain't no bullshit time frame. 2 hour, 1 hour, 30-minute, and we are kind of basing on the lower time frames, which coincides nicely with the 50. So man, so this is it. This is continuation of what I was saying a few days ago. If bulls are going to do something, the oscillators and price action was saying that this is their chance to do it. We have this little W pattern right here too, so bulls do not fail this run, because I do believe if this gets failed, it will get pretty fugly to the downside. But right now we do have a little measured move from this basing type pattern to the upper end of the range. Yay! But hey, that's okay. It's better than just making a new range lower, right, if you're bullish. So, all right, peace. I'm really out this time. Much love. Holla, holla.
Game over.